Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Wilkie Show. If you've been in survival mode for way too long, you've been stuck in those cycles, today is the show for you. You got to be with Martine and I, share this video, this live to everybody you know who are stuck in this survival mode. There's a lot of women out there that are stuck in this cycle. They're not, they've been investing in everybody but themselves. And there's a lot of women that thought about everybody, but they're still stuck in those cycles because they're not where they want to go. They're not who they want to be in their bodies, in their lives, in their finances. Today is the show for you. Now, once again, just share this to everybody you know, because today our show is going to really touch, impact your life. Has got uh, a lot of tips for you today because at one point we got to stop struggling, being stuck, drained all the time. We got to move to the next level. We got to create it. And today we're going to touch those points, Martine and I, because Martine has been helping women for decades now. She started very young, helping abused women, getting them out of their weird situations. She put services around them when she was 21. Today she's almost 50. She's looking good. She's top shape. She's clients all over the world come to her, these women that want to go to the next level. They want to create that. And today we're going to have the opportunity to talk to Martine, and she's going to talk of how her story impacted so many women, so many lives, so many families, because when the women were touched, the families were touched. The husbands, the children, the finances, the goals, everything came to life. So she's been doing what she's supposed to do at a very young age. She started her story. She has a great story to share to you today because there's a lot of women that connect with her because she started from nothing, not a rich family, nothing. She started from the bottom, weight problems, uh, not respected so much, and kind of erased of everything else. But she made it up there. Here she is, Martine. I'm happy to have you with us today.
Hello, hello, everybody. We're so glad to be with you today. It's going to be a powerful podcast today, Alan. We love to talk about this subject because, yes, this is part of my story, but this is part of your story too, Alan. To see people,
Mm.
women just surviving around us from our childhood too. This is our personal story. And this is why we want to share that with you today to help you to just to not survive, but to create the life you were created for.
Yes, Martine, because even my mom, when I look back and she was a loving mother, but she had no strength. She let go of everything. She died in a little apartment, no money. And because she just at one point just let go, she didn't invest in herself. And when I met you, I met a strong woman that had decided to, whatever story was behind you, were going to change your story and change the story of many women, Martine.
Yes, you know, it's part of the Zikaron. What is the Zikaron? Is the memory. It's a Hebrew word that's mean where memory. And what we receive from our family, the memory in the blood, how we grew up, the education we received, the information we received, and
Yeah.
build an identity that is not our real identity. And this is what happened with my grandmother. She was married to my grandfather. He was alcoholic. And big part of the year, he was not working. He was only drinking. When he was drunk, he was violent. My grandmother, they had $3, and she had to survive all the time because at this moment, at this generation, she was taught to stay home, and he was supposed to go to work, but he was not going to work. Then she had to find some strategies, how to bring food on the table, how to pay the rent. She had to find strategies. And when he was drunk, she was finding strategies, and she was fighting to protect her, our kids. But when he was going back to work, she was just, going back and lived a normal life without realizing that this same woman, that she was a warrior to protect her daughters, when he was not doing what he was supposed to do, is the same woman when he was going to work. And she just used her power when it was the time to survive and to fight to not lose everything. And a lot of women, because of what we received from generation, the memory, the Zikaron, from our culture, from religion, we don't function plainly with all the full potential we have inside of us. And this is what I saw with my grandmother. And after that, no coincidence, I built a resource for women abuse. I started to be a social worker. I was pushed to help women. Why? Something inside of me, believed that for women, we deserve more, and we are supposed to live plenty a life. And I built this resource and helped women. And a lot of these women, they were stuck in pattern because of the Zikaron, the memory of generation, Alan.
There it is. There's a book. I got this, the French one, because you in several nations. It's
Yeah.
Zikaron, The Memory of Generations. There's the English on Amazon. Anybody can get it there. It's an amazing, amazing book. If you're a person of faith, if you're a Christian, this is the book to get you out of any kind of cycle, paradigms that you're stuck in to go to the next level. You worked on that all these over 2 decades. That what you learned, you were born, raised up in the church, and went out in the world, started helping women.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, your life became a challenge. You faced stuff in your life, and you had no mentors. So everything went down.
Yeah.
And you built yourself back up. And when we got married, we understood that the cycle, there was patterns, there were cycles that were coming in. They were just repeating itself, and we had to work on that. So then, from there on, it started for our lives, and then you started helping women out there having problems in their marriage and their bodies and their finances, their
Mm-hmm.
careers. They didn't know what to do in life. They were kind of lost because they gave everything to everybody, Martine. And all of
Yes.
a sudden, when it's time to think about themselves,
Mm-hmm.
like my mom, they just backed off. Like your grandma, your two grandmas took care of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They lost themselves.
Yeah.
Now, you decided to become a special woman, a woman that could take care of a husband, her children, her career, her body. And this is what you've been teaching, Martine.
Yes, exactly. I decided to change the story of my family. I decided to set an example for my children. And I decided to not live according to the past of my family, but to live according to my dreams and to build my life with everything that I desired. And by the way, hello to everybody who's joining live right now. We're
I
live,
wrote
and
to
we're going to be live every Tuesday, same time, same place. We're going to be live. Then join us every Tuesday. We want to sow in your life the real information that's going to transform you.
them.
This is about transformation. It's about to have the result, the change you desire. Then hello, everybody watching live. Hello, and if you are here for the first time, let us know. And if you're in a replay, put hashtag replay. We want to see you. We want to say hi, hello. And if you have questions, if you have some stuff that you're going through in your life and you want us to help you, just let us know. We're there for you. I learned 25 years ago, we asked for help. we search for help, and nobody has the answer for what we was going through. And this is why today we're doing that, because we want to help people. They want to go higher. They want to have everything in their life, their heart desires. They want to build the life of their dreams, and we want to help you to fulfill that and to break the patterns that try to destroy your life, to break the patterns that try to keep you at the same place. And it's called, this is one of the reason, the major reason why you don't see your life going higher, or maybe you're already successful. We coach multi-millionaire, multi-millionaire people, and they are still have some area in their life they don't have the same result than their businesses or their finances, and they want to be successful there too. And this is one of the major reasons why you're stuck is the Zikaron. And if you don't know this law, if you don't know how it's working, you're gonna be stuck at the same place. Alan, when we understood that and we started to work on it and apply the right principles, everything started to change in our life.
It's all about laws. God created laws. And when you understand those laws, how they work and how to work with them, because it's a partnership with those laws. And as a woman, you start to partner with these laws
Yes.
because you wanted to walk out of the survival mode. You would survive, work
Mhm.
hard, give everything to everybody, and then after that, just back off a bit,
Yes.
sit down and relax. But you learned across the years how to work with the laws that God created so you can relax and manifest and create the life you wanted. It didn't have to be hard. You just had to know that what cycle, what's the root problem. It's the synergy of those two worlds working against you. Once you overpower that, you change that. The synergy of the two worlds of the invisible and the visible start. It's like love. Love is invisible. It's synergy of two worlds, right?
Yeah.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. So when you walk into those laws, you activate, you create a different level, Martine.
Exactly. You know, we were born to be rich, to live an abundant life. By the way, this is what Yeshua said, I came to give you life more abundantly. We are all created to live this life of abundance, but why, the majority of people, they don't live this life? Because if I can manage your mind, I can manage your life. And the way we receive the inheritance from the generation before, the way we grew up, the way we're trained, our belief system, our subconscious mind, all of that is stopping the abundance to come in our life, because abundance is spiritual. And this is why, I was a believer, believing in God, serving God, but still had some places in my life. When I talk about abundance, I talk about every area in your life. And some area was not, the abundance I wanted to be. And this is why we discover this is all the pattern to manifest heaven on earth. You need to understand all this principle, the synergy of the two worlds, how this work, because you can do a lot of actions or a lot of prayers or whatever. If you don't know what is working behind the scenes against you, you will always be stuck at the same place. And you look at some people, they have success in some area, you would like to have success, and you say it seems to be easy, and it is, but it's just because this person doesn't have the same forces working against her to stop her to have success in this area in her life. And this is why I wrote this book, The Zikaron, The Memory of Generation, to understand how this is working against you and how to conquer that in your life.
You got to become unshakable, Martine, and disconnect, detach of any situation because it's so in our DNA from
Mhm.
generation to survive, to fight, to have money, to fight, to have a good marriage, to fight everywhere. We were taught to fight all the time. And we learned that that does not work. We push it away. There was laws that if we could connect together the two worlds and change the cycle. And changing the cycle, if you're in war with that cycle, you lose. You got to become something else. Then that cycle will disappear because now you're not stuck in that hamster, day after day, 7 days goes by, 1 year, whatever. It never changes. So for decades, over 2 decades now, we always said to people, give us 12 months. God created 12 months, right?
Yeah.
7 days and 12 months. So we say, give us 12 months every single month. We will teach you something special to walk you into your next future, to your next level, to
Mm-hmm.
reverse those cycles. That's
Mm-hmm.
why there's spring, that's why there's summer, that's why it's autumn, there's winter, there is seasons. And once you do the full pattern with us, then things start to happen. Now, by the way, I see people here who say hello to these people, Facebook and YouTube, and we're building a community. So if you're interested in that future community that we're building, can you explain what we'll have in this community, Martine?
Oh yes, it's going to be powerful. It's for the ladies, and it's a house when you're gonna learn how to create the life of your dream, and we're gonna have live every week. We're gonna be live every week with you, and we're gonna answer your question. You're gonna have a teaching every week also on your dashboard. You're gonna have answer to your question in this community all during the week. You're going to have a community of women, successful women, going to be there to help you and to help each other to create the life we want in every area in your life. It's so powerful. Then if you want more information, just put in the comment information, and we're going to send you more information about this community. So, so, so powerful, because more than ever before, we have to rise up, girls, and to build the life of our dreams. Stop to wait after other people to build the life you want. Stop to play the victim mode that they're going to answer your needs, or rise up. Don't do like my grandmother. Don't do like all this woman I coach, for this resource I built for abused women, on all this coaching I'm doing for so many years. Don't wait after people. Rise up and decide to invest in yourself and to build the life that you deserve, the life that you want, the life that you were created for. And Alan, everything that God created is created to answer a need, to answer, a specific desire, a need. And we are all created to answer something. And we're supposed to be happy and fulfill ourselves with the life we were created for. Don't waste your life. I prefer the weight of discipline than the weight of regret. And this is why we need to understand that this inside voice, this internal conversation that you receive from generation, try to keep you stuck at the same place with the same kind of fear, anxiety, worry, doubt, all kind of emotion, feelings, mindset inside of you, talking to you, try to keep you at the same place. And Alan, I'm in fire when I talk about that, because so many people, they think this is their own voice. They don't realize it's the same voice and voices that was talking to your grandmother, your mother, and your family, and try to do the same thing with your life. Try to manage your mind, your feelings, to manage your life the same way that it has done its job for so many generations. You were born to change the story of your family. You were born to change the future of your bloodline. And I believe in this moment, this season, Alan, in this generation, I think a lot of ladies, women, sisters will rise up and decide to change that, and to set an example and to lead by example to the future generation that it's possible to create the life we deserve and the life we were created for and the life we desire.
Absolutely. You just said a great point. You know, everybody has a mission. Everybody is the gifting. I know we talk about that often. that gift, right? That gift is so important
Yeah.
because God gave you that gift. You didn't have to fight for it. You didn't have to pay for it, but it's supposed to serve somebody. Now, a lot of women out there, if you're tired of struggling, survival mode, and you want to learn how to use what God gave you to make money,
Hmm.
to help others, to pay your bills. I mean, this is great news, right? One gift that God gives us so we can go and multiply.
Hmm.
Ain't that amazing, Martine?
Yes, this is so powerful. You know, the university Emory in United States, I made some experience with mouse. And they took a mouse and decided to bring a trauma experience to this mouse. And every time the mouse was smelling the cherry flower, it was electrocuted. How do you say that? It was like on shock.
Yeah, shocked. Yeah.
And again and again and again, to the point, you know, then just bring the cherry flower to this mouth. This mouse, it was already reacting without the shock. And what happened, it's normal because he went through the trauma. And so many people can say, well, yeah, I went through the trauma. But what happened is what is very surprising, and now the science, epigenetic science proved that, is this mouse had kids, little baby mouse, never went through the experience, never went through the trauma. But when they brought the cherry flower to this little baby mouse, they were freaking out, reacting like the father, without having the same experience, but they had in their blood the same memory of the father, went through this experience. And this is the majority of people. They pray, they do a lot of action, they try, but you have inside of you something that try to bring you back the same voices, feelings, memories of generation. And this little baby, Alan, they grew up, had other baby, and for 3 to 4 generations, they were reacting the same way than the grandfather. And this is why you go through some stuff in your life that you're stuck and you don't understand, because these voices are not only working inside of you, this influence work outside of you. This is the Zikaron. This is the real Zikaron influence working against you to repeat the same pattern of the generation and keep you stuck at the same place. Maybe you're already successful, but you have the same addiction problem that the generation before, or you have the same kind of frustration in your relationship, or maybe you have a good marriage, but you're not successful in your businesses or with your finances. Then, and all this feeling and voices and influence inside and outside will try to keep you stuck at the same place. You need to understand that, and you need to learn how to work against that, because this paradigm will never die by himself. Alan, this is very serious. How many people, they're 6 feet under the ground and they never learn this principle and how this thing was working against them, and their life was never fulfilled. They just survived, like my grandmother, all their life.
This is Paradigm 2.0, Martine. This is the Zikaron, the creator effect. We brought this to another level, Cycle 2.0, because we really deep dive down to those roots, because it's so into each person, each woman, that they think it's them.
Yeah.
Whatever they hear, they feel, it is so into them, driven into them since their childhood. So whatever level they want to walk out to the next level, then all hell breaks loose in their lives.
Yeah.
No support from the family, no
Mm-hmm.
supports from friends, jealousy pops in, physical stuff start happening.
Mm-hmm.
These voices start to come in, And then all of a sudden, there is a storm coming up against the challenge from everywhere. And then they just let go. They go back. They just back off. You got to learn how to do this right. No matter what level, we got multimillionaires, eight, nine figures. They came to us, women that were stuck to a real level. And they were facing those challenges year after year after year, not because they didn't have any success, but they didn't have the full pie. They wanted all to be respected, to be supported, to be honored, to have a good family, take care of their children, their husband, make money. And at one point, they hit that wall. We help people at any level, any level. Women come to you, Martine, you do boot camps, you create all kinds of stuff for them to bring them to wherever they want to.
Alan, I just remember this lady. This lady, she's a judge. She's a judge, not able to have her driver license.
Hmm?
But no woman in her family had their driver license. She was stuck there. She was really frustrated, failing. Every time was the time to get her, her test, failing. She's a judge. And we help her to break this pattern until you confront this Zikaron running in your life and your family. You will be controlled by this force. And it's working on 3 levels. This is, some people are going to say, it's 3 levels mixed together. It's spiritual, is your mindset, your subconscious, everything that was programmed in you. And it's also, what you do with the epigenetic, because you receive, like I was explaining, the feeling, the memory of generation. Plus, you grew up in an environment, culturally, religiously, with what you receive from, the teaching from your family, the belief system, the kind of school you went, environment, everything programmed that from the bloodline, the voice in the blood, plus the program that you receive, how you grew up, plus this spiritual force workings. If you just fight on 1 level and not the 3 levels, you will be stuck in the same place. And this is why it's not just rebuking something or just reprogramming something. It's more complete. And I think we are the only one working with the people to fix that and go quickly to the root. Not just have a quick result, but the pattern start back again after. It's go to the root, fix the root, change your life, and see the transformation.
Yeah, we work in both languages. We've been from Paris to Barcelona to all over the islands, the US, Canada, and the same problem pops up in these women. No matter where we go, we've been on tour and on tour for decades. And listen, there's ladies out there, they had enough of this level. And that's why whatever you can replay, if you're really interested in and to go into a ladies community, that you're going to learn stuff so you can be the woman you're supposed to be, that God created you with that gifting, to find out, first of all, what is the gifting, because you've been giving so much to everybody. You probably lost yourself down the line as a woman. As a lady, you look at yourself in the mirror today and you say, hey, the reflection is not quite what you want. I'm not saying it's all bad, but there's stuff that you cannot tolerate no more. And you got to learn how to come out of survival mode and learn these keys, learn these ways, learn the synergy of these 2 worlds, how they work together against you, and how to make the difference. You want to make money today? You always dreamt of having that amount of money to do whatever you wanted to do, the lifestyle, the house, the family, blessing the kids, blessing your life, buying the clothes you want, when you want, without thinking survival. But probably you just didn't have to become you. If you want to learn that, Martine can show you. She's she's
This
very
is
good.
so good, Alan, because it's so sad to see people to be the placebo of their family, there's the generation, the Zikaron. Your destiny is greater than this Zikaron. And you can confront the Zikaron and change that on the 3 level we just explained. Did you learn something today? This is so good. Because if you understand that and you stay connected with us, you come to our community, you're there when we do our life, you receive and you work on it, you will change the future of your life because you're going to experiment the real destiny that you were created for. You're not created to repeat the same pattern and paradigms that you received and your family was living with. You're created to change that. You know, in my family, Alan, everybody had weight problem. I thought that it wasn't her gene, it wasn't my gene, just looking at chocolate and gaining weight. And I realized, again, it was a Zikaron of the family generation. And I realized that I'm a co-creator with God, and I can create the body I wanted. I can create the marriage I wanted. I can create the finances I wanted. I just had to learn the principle of the God system and to synergize that in my natural and to create what I was created for and create the life of my dreams and not, trying to live a normal life like everybody and to be at the same level than the generation before. But for that, I needed to confront the real root of my problem and to change my belief system and to manifest something different in my life. You can do that too. Today, we are a millionaire, we make a lot of money, I'm healthy, I'm feeling good in my body. I lost 80 pounds without diets, understanding these principles. The doctor told me I was not able to have children. I have children. We are grandparents. Woo, woo. We are happy married couple, Alan and I. We work on it, and we are not like many people just read a book and talk about the book and try to coach you with about one reading of a book. We are a living testimony. We experimented what we are talking to you right now. And we experimented that with all our clients again and again and again. Thousands of people, their life changed and transformed. It's your time. It's your season, ladies. I'm talking to you. You're maybe 40 plus and you don't like your life right now. You gave to everybody. And everybody around you, they started to build their life. Your children, your husband. What about you? What about you? You're maybe 40, 50, 60. It's still time to build the life you were created for. And you can do it fast, quickly. Alan, this is so important because we are all called to do something and to fulfill the real reason of our existence and to be successful with that. This is a real success.
Yeah, yeah. So please comment.
Yes.
Tell us about what your challenges are. If you're a
Yeah.
lady out there and you're interested in coming in our community, our future community that we're building, Martine's going to be there to teach and be live with you guys every single week. I think you're into that moment in your life where you can shift everything around, and she's the lady to help you out to go to your goals. Every Tuesday we'll be live here, so just share this video. Just share it all over the place. There is so many women out there that need Martine's help. I can tell you. She's almost 50 now. She's going to be 50. She's top shape. She's a wife, mother, helping women for over 2 decades, getting out of survival mode and bringing them to the next level. So once again, if you're interested, just say, I'm interested into that community down in the comments and replay. We'll answer to you. When is that coming? And if for any reason you doubt, it's time to plunge and you got to run, hit that road and run. Don't even look back because next year you'll be thinking the same thing, same doubts.
Yes,
Ah,
that's so good. We're going to be live every Tuesday. Share this video right now. Share it to your
yes.
friends. Invite your friends. The value we give in this podcast, it's powerful. Then share this podcast with your friends, with your people. Be there every Tuesday, same time. And we're going to continue to invest in your life. Just like our YouTube, be there, subscribe to our YouTube channel, comments right now. You have questions, we want to be there for you. And we bless you. We were glad to be with you today, and we're going to see you in the next video next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. I'm trying to shut this off. So everybody, cool, cool, cool. It's everything is jammed here. All right. So thank you very much for being there. I'm going to find a way to shut this down. You can go, Martine, till I find this. Right. All right. She was trying to shut this down. Oh my. Yeah. I'm gonna get there. Don't worry. That's never happened to me before. This is funny. Oh, this is very funny. Very funny.